Evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, question tonight: what do you like slash dislike about Gladys Corbin? Now, the only thing I can sit there and say that I like about Gladys is that she keeps the show interesting. That's literally about it. Listen, when you got Gladys and you got Nina standing side by side, and you're making Nina look good, you have a problem. Okay, this this POS is literally playing with Sasha's mental health. Like I said in my last live stream, messing with somebody mentally can be just as damaging as messing with somebody physically. I want to sit there and know from the audience tonight, what do you like or dislike from Gladys? And do you actually like anything about Gladys? And B is in the chat. Was good. And Jeanette B is in the chat. Laura B is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Happy Friday, everyone. Yep, hands about to get wet. Yeah. Oh, Night Girl, it's been a minute. How have you been, Night Girl? How have you been? Lobby said, I don't have anything to get. I kind of figured, but I was very curious about that. Monique is in the chat. Monique says, how Miss Wu is with Cody is how Sunny should be with Dex, since Nixon Falls Sunny is not the same Sunny we're used to. Gemini's in the chat. What's good, Gemini? Victoria's in the chat. How you doing, Victoria? Yeah, Night Girl. Night Girl says been out of town for a while. Okay, well, it's good to have you back. It is good to have you back. Man, you've been missed. I missed you. Night Girl says doing okay. Glad to hear that. Like I said, yeah, I missed seeing you in the chat though. Chat, the comment section, all that. Right, ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday night. Happy Friday. Hope everyone had a great day. Now, Gemini said, I was reading that GH actors can't strike because of their contracts, but they are just winging the storylines. Yeah, I've heard about that too. I've heard about that too. Whoa, 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 whoa. You got the one and only Mr. DC Soap Sanctuary. DC says random thoughts, and maybe I should save this for the members live, but I noticed as a YouTuber, you never truly know which video is going to do tremendously well. Like, you never know. Yeah, I feel that. Yes, Night Girl, you've been missed. And happy Friday to you as well, Lobby. DC says notes that I noticed this even with seasoned YouTubers as well. Oh, you notice that seasonal YouTubers as well. Black Mon's in the chat. Was good, Black Mon? It's good to see you. Victoria says, I have to agree with your review. Gladys was making Nina look sane. Ain't that a... Victoria, like I said, you know there's something wrong in the universe when you're making Nina look good. Okay? Ain't that something? That's right. Black Mon is in the chat. Night Girl says, hate what's happening to Gladys too. I mean, to Sasha too. Gladys is a POS. It remains. Very true. And Rihanna's in the chat. Yes. You know I gotta sit there and do the applesauce. No, I gotta do the applesauce. Nikisha's in the chat. Let's everyone say what's up to Nikisha. Night Girl says it reminds me about Morgan. Yes. Let's everyone say what's up to Nikisha. Gemini says they may have to pull some of the soaps because of the strike. But why would they have to pull some of the soaps because of the strikes, though? DC says, like Like I saw one YouTuber get really low views, and I was kind of shocked since it's a usually in the thousands, for which then made them think of the subject which I never did, which made me think of this subject which I never do. Buckman says Sanders days, yes. Amelia's in the chat. Was good, Amelia. Ariana says maybe Nina will take Gladys down. Ain't that something we gotta count? Ariana, ain't that something we gotta sit there and count on Nina to take Gladys down? And Amelia, how have you been? Nikisha, I was very annoyed at Trina calling Curtis dad just because he might die, whatever. Yeah, exactly. He was out of pocket. See, I'm so glad I'm not the only person that just kind of sat there and was like, what? But I knew they were going to do that. See, that's the thing. I knew they were going to do that. Monique says Brooke over here dictating Hope and Thomas' relationship when she said this affair ends now and only make Hope exactly. Yo, listen, Monique, that woman came in there like a damn Karen. I was like, yo, this chick is out her goddamn mind. How you gonna sit there and tell a grown ass adult what to do? Like dead ass serious. Like, how you gonna sit there and tell a grown ass adult what to do? Richard's in the chat. Was good, Richard. How have you been, Richard? It's been a hot minute. Now, DC says, but why make Curtis her father just to kill him off with the quickness? The math isn't mathing. Ariana says, I mean, really, who is writing this? I heard somebody sat there and said that like they hire like temporary writers or whatever, but I have no idea if that's true. Mia says, I love Bonnie playing. Um, hey, I guess I missed it. And we got a new person in the chat. Is it Eileen or is it Aileen? Is it Eileen? I can't pronounce your name for smart reason. And Makai's in the chat. Was good, Makai? Victoria says, I think Nina can see through Gladys because of how her mom, Madeline, treated her. Okay, very, very true. Yeah, we got a new person up in the chat, so let's everyone say what's up. Richard says, I'm okay. I know it's been a minute, but I still watch reviews. Well, I appreciate that. It's just nice to sit there and see you in the chat. And Becky D's in the chat. Was good, Becky D? Is it Eileen? I don't know if that actually makes sense. But I'm gonna get your name though. DC says it's kind of like when they made Sean TJ's father only for him to be carried off to Pentonville at that time. Yeah. Ariana says Victoria. Okay. Kyrese is in the chat. What's good, Kyrese? Becky D says try Iana. Iana. Oh wow. Okay, Iana. Thank you, Becky D. Thank you. Ronnie Ron is in the chat. Thank you, Becky D. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Nikisha. They fixed my life, Eileen. Yes, I like that name. Damn, I still remember that show too. Eileen fixed my life. And Jarros is in the chat. Was good. I saw your live stream this afternoon. Okay. Which live stream was it? Was it mine? Was somebody else? I'm assuming it was mine. Yes, no, thank you, Becky. Thank you. DC says it was obvious Sean was set to be Jordan's true love, but yeah, shake my head. That's right, Jarros is in the chat. Was good. Eileen. Damn. Night Girl said I agree. They did Sean wrong and TJ. Yo, they did Sean wrong just in general. Like let's just be very clear. Yes, thank you. Black Knight, hit the like button. I have no idea where we are with the likes, but if you are enjoying the stream, hit the like button. It really does actually help. Like no, and I'm being dead ass serious. Like it really does help. Oh, we got somebody else. Well, we got another CBS soap dish recaps. Oh wow, they doing a what you call it? Jesus Christ. Devereaux says it was yours because you did a live stream night. Oh, okay, cool. Yes, and I forgot you are. Yes, you are a member. That's very true. And Eagle Fang was good. Eagle Fang says, "What is good?" All I'm going to say is about today's EP free TJ. Good grief, the way those Kardashian sisters were fighting over nothing. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what the hell this nigga they're doing with Molly, but a lot of the stuff that she did today was just so out of pocket though. And Pop is in the chat. Was good, and Pop. Um, Ron says, "I was so Jerry got scared and confessed just like that when." Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It was like my dude squealed like a damn pig. Okay, so we got 30 people in the chat. We got 9 likes. So if you are enjoying the stream, hit the like button. It really does help. If you're signed in, of course. Yeah, my dude, Jerry squealed like a damn pig. Monique says when Sean got with Carly and started to be Sonny's puppet, that's when his character went downhill. Yeah, I was away during that time, but I came back during a little bit, and Sean was Sonny's enforcer. I mean, yeah, Sean was Sonny's enforcer, and Alexis couldn't go out with him because of that. That's right, Eagle Fang. It's affecting everything. All that stuff is gonna be affected. So, what are you gonna do, right? Eventually, the studios will get it together and they'll figure it out. I'm just beyond annoyed at this point. I don't want to say I don't care because obviously I care about the writers like getting what they need to be getting, but I can't sit there and stress over it as far as TV shows. It's like they'll come on when it comes on. Thank you, Ariana, thank you. Eager Princess, are you going to make a video about it, Albert? I'm gonna be honest, Eagle Fang. I gotta actually do more research about it because I want to know what I'm talking about this time before I sit there and talk about the writer strikes and stuff like that because I don't know too much about it. What's good, Big Nate? Yeah, unlike the live stream when I went off half cocked, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that this time. DC says Albert saying 30 people in the chat now like transition. You better get. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. God damn it. Becky D says, are they really gonna? Are they really? They really are playing up the jealousy between Christina and Molly, wondering where they're going with it, but not really into the story. I'm not into the storyline, but I also think it was just pretty stupid though. Like, Molly Smith is saying, "Oh, you're gonna give TJ what I can." Molly, this isn't a contest, and you're usually smart enough to sit there and detect that. Oh, you're gonna make this all about yourself. You're being selfish. What? Like, are y'all just sitting there? It's like you're sitting there trying to make up. Um, it's like you're sitting there trying to make up what you call it, just drama, just because, and it doesn't even feel organic too. Nightgirl says that strike things happened before the soaps got changed by the got changed by the new writing team. Yeah, yeah. So it's gonna happen again, and I think that's what the studios are counting on. Okay, the studios are counting on that. certain shows are going to be delayed. It's going to be what it's going to be. But, they could sit there and find some sort of actor that's not on contract to sit there and do a TV show. They're going to do it. They're going to sit there and starve out these writers because they know at the end of the day, they got more money than the writers do. And that's what they're counting on. Ron says, I was thinking that since Jerry and Lana were in that apartment, he would try to put the rules on. Ron, can I ask you a question? What day is this? What's Ron? It's let me ask you a question, Ron. Is today Thursday? Becky D says, I think they are just really making the new and old of out of the blue sibling rivalry appear to everyone. Yeah, and I get that. It's so stupid at this point. It's like I can't even sit there. Um, I can't take it seriously at this point. Eagle fans, I know I always complain about the writers on GH, but they seriously need to do what Wyatt did and go entire new direction. It's clear these writers do not know General Hospital's character. DC says, so Albert, out of the three joints, which one do you think was the best? It's hard to sit there and say I'm loving the new one. So I would sit there and say maybe the new one first. The new one, no, the new one is first. The first one was second, and that's pretty much about it. I wasn't a fan of the second one. Monique, but yeah, I was sit there and say the new one now. Camilla says, Albert, that was said today. They will wait until October to start the writers out. So sad. Yeah, yeah, exactly, and that's what they're gonna do. Monique says Nina thought Carly was an issue. Just wait till Brenda comes back. Wishful thinking. How will Nina handle that? How would Nina handle that? Ron, I don't. Here's the thing, Ron. I don't think he's disgusting. I think he's just stupid at this point. He's not even disgusting. He's just stupid at this point. DC says, I got a feeling Albert is rating that Jordan on looks, not what. That's not true. That is not true. That is not entirely true. That is only like 75% true. Nah, she's doing her thing now. Tracy Steves is in the chat. What's good, Tracy Steves? DC, sometimes I think you're too smart for your own good. Nikki said, I'm glad this Jordan is finally getting work done, but I wish she would be more open to Zeke and get over Curtis for good. Yep, you're preaching to the choir. Now DC says more like 99.9% true. That's not 99%. I say it was like 70%, like 75, like 80, like 80%, like 85%, like 87%. Hey, Dolly's in the chat. What's good, Dolly? M Pop says, Albert, what do you think about everyone getting sick on GH, like Stella, Curtis, Willow, George? What about Tempers flying like Molly? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Stella, Curtis. It's a lot. It's pretty fast. It is crazy, and because you know what they tend to try to do. Um, I feel like I think yesterday's episode they try to balance it out with that goofy ass scene with Willow and Michael, and it just didn't work today. Um, so yeah, I feel like they try to balance it out, and they don't always do it. They clearly don't do a good job. Monique says the Buchanan wedding, and when they found out that Todd was Victor Lord's son, with the whole switching her face. Now, Nikisha says, I feel like today set a new record for the number of people saying Curtis' name in the episode. That girl said, I don't like Christine and Molly at odds. I don't remember them at being at odds with each other, except Molly trying to get Christina out of that call. DC says, okay, I will admit, I think I preferred Marcus Columba as Nicholas because I thought he was cuter than Tyler. If I missed your comment, I apologize. Uh, Monique says on days who came out to Leo, I wonder is that a trick to get Leo to? Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Monique. He is literally sitting there, playing Leo like a fiddle. I mean, here's the thing: if you're gonna agree to be somebody's side piece, what else are you not gonna agree to? So, Victoria says, I found it not realistic that Trina was freaking out of seeing Curtis in ICU when it was Hager. She didn't have the same fear, and she had him as a dad. I didn't think of that. I did. You know what? That's actually a good point. I didn't actually think of that. About that, Victoria. I mean, I understand you freaking out if you see a loved one in the hospital, but yes, it's damn, damn. I'm glad to have you back. Last days in the chat was good. Last day. Why is it taking so long? Jarvo says, so do you like Curtis? Yes or no? No. No, I don't. No, I don't. I do not like Curtis. I think the dude is a shift jumper. He is, he's a waffler. He treats the women in his life like crap. So, no. No, I do not. No, 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 no. Yeah, I can't think of it. Like I said, the only positive thing that I like about Gladys is that she makes the show interesting. What? Okay. Then she says, but seeing Dimitri is like Xander to Leo when Craig was too much of a good guy for Leo, and folks like Leo and Gwen need to date their types, snarky and up to no good. But I feel bad for him though. Well, what? Wait, DC, why do you feel bad for him? My dude is literally sitting there playing his only, like the only friend that he actually has in town. He's sitting there like doing her dirty. uh, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I answered that last time, so you might want to go back to one of my live streams to get the answer for that. Ariana says, I thought Trina was a bit overreacting today since all along she was so strong on Taggart being her only. Yeah, I said that too. But I said that too. I understand that sometimes things do happen and it does force you to sit there and shift your priorities. But I'm not too comfortable with her just sitting there saying, oh, how's my father doing? How's my dad doing? Wait, what? I thought that Taggart was your forever dad and that this dude was not going to be a replacement. DC says because Leo reminds me of Luke from As the World Turns, how pathetic he is at times, that he is willing to accept a half-assed love on Dimitri. This whole friends with benefits, we all know, never ends well. Hmm. Good point, my friend. Good point. I feel like I didn't have enough. I mean, I never watched As the World Turns, obviously, but yeah. Hmm. Why the hell? Question. Trevor says, so what you watch? So you watch your TV or computer on. So what do you watch your TV or computer on Days of Our Lives? Why not? I don't get the question, Jarvis. I mean, I'll watch it on my TV. Um, if that if that that answers it. He said somebody mentioned it yesterday, but when it's Spencer, he should be with Trina. Yeah, I totally forgot about that today. Last day says Albert, I'm good. I was at a pool party today, so Miss GH today. How was it? Eh, it wasn't great. It really wasn't. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great either. Now Ariana says I love SoapNet and needs to come back. Hmm. Yes, in a lot of ways. It's something I'll have to think about. But I mean, I do miss nostalgia of it. You know, goddamn, there was a lot of good things about it. I might actually be dying at this point. Yeah, I mean, it was mad. Becky says yes. Gladys brings drama to the show. True. I cannot wait until she gets back. The karma she's racking up with all she has done to Sasha. Just hope it doesn't take too long. Pop the popcorn. Carrie says Brooke got a lot of nerve to question anyone. I would have told her bleach blonde. Yes, I said yes. Carrie, did you see how Brooke was snipped there talking to Thomas in his own damn house with that tone and that attitude? Like, are you kidding me? Thomas says hello. What's good, Solomon? Ron says, Albert, you didn't answer my question. I'm pretty sure I answered it a couple of days ago, but okay, fine. Um, Ron says, Albert, you didn't answer my question about Bell if he doesn't want Taylor's character on his show, just write her off and stop wasting her time. Well, I did actually answer that question now, and I don't think that he doesn't want her on the show. But why do you think that he doesn't want her on the show? Though? I think that's pretty much the question. I didn't answer your question, Ron. We can go back and play all my damn videos and sit there and see how many times I answered your question, which are literally the same questions that I get every time that you're in this live stream. I didn't answer your question. You're funny. Double C's in the chat. What's good, Double C? Nikisha question, who do you prefer, Olivia Jerome or Alex? It's Alex to me. You know, unfortunately, it's hard for me to sit, like, me personally, it's like, it's hard for me to sit there and tell because it's like, I don't know Olivia that well. Someone says, LOL, Albert going off. No, I'm not going off on Ryan. I'm just making a statement. Trust me, when I go off on somebody, they're going to know. DC says I have to say Alex. Okay. Carrie says I will be extra petty and continue screwing hope for whole extra traumatizing level of petty that would teach that itch not to barge in where she doesn't belong, where she's unwelcome. Here's my whole thing. She was talking to that dude reckless. And then she sat there and was like, last year said Trina worried for Curtis comes out of left field since she was pissed him kissing Jordan. Where did that come from? I'm calling him that. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I agree with that. I think everyone agrees. I don't know about. I think everyone agrees where the whole out of pocket thing. DC said, yeah, Albert is the wrong person to ask. He's part of the reason why Live got canceled. Are you here not watching it when the show is desperately needed? He ain't kidding. DC is not kidding about that. Seriously. He's being dead ass serious. Jarvo says, so Here you go. The question: how many characters do you like on GH? I like a lot of characters on GH. Is I would have to sit there and really like list them down. I can't sit there and give an exact number. But I do like a lot of characters on GH though. And you know what? Here's the thing. I'll take this back. It's not that I don't like Curtis. I just don't like some of the things that he does. Right? Like I don't like Gladys. I just don't like her as a character. I don't think that it's not that I don't like Curtis, but Curtis is just not really he just does a lot of stupid and asinine things. Ariana says, I don't think you're going off. Would you bother me as much as I don't think you're going off would bother me as much as the claim. Oh, calm before the storm. Yeah, and I wasn't going off on what you call it. I wasn't going off on Ron. Ron Smith asked me a question that he asked me like 1,000 times before. So to sit there and say and answer his question, it's like, bro, really? Really? You really want to say that? WC says Brooke told Hope she's a married woman. I was like, oh really? Exactly. It was so Lord B says, I agree Trina's attitude about Curtis changed too fast. And Nikisha, I don't like Curtis. Simon says to the people who have been watching BNP today, was it good? I haven't been watching it lately. It was actually pretty decent. I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it. Yes, I did actually enjoy it. Um, I gotta get another one tomorrow. Um, Ariana says, I don't think you were in. I don't think you were. It was the comment about we would know. I don't think you were. It was the comment about we would know if you went off. Yeah, I like I said, it's just listen. I don't generally tend to go off on people, you know. But I think honestly, to tell you, the truth, Solomon was just joking about that. So, Victoria says my issue with Curtis is he has such high standards for others that he doesn't have for himself. It's exactly, Victoria, exactly. Exactly. Becky G says, I've seen people freak out when they come into a hospital room like Trina did. That sort of panic is real for some. We have to see where they go with this. You know, but you know, that's the thing though, Becky D. The problem with her freaking out like that was that she didn't freak out like that with she didn't freak out like that when Tiger was in the hospital. That dude was all like bloodied up and everything like that. So I agree with Victoria. Ariana said, we're still riding with you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Ariana. Thank you. Miss G's in the chat. What's good, Miss G? How you doing tonight? DC says, well, Brad Bell said he doesn't gunshot storylines like GH, which was his way of throwing shade, but low key it does work for BNB since other countries have picked up the show and they got a good budget. But no, I appreciate that. I do. Ariane, I appreciate that. I'll be honest, you know, I said this before. There's some people like I've learned as far as being a creator that there's sometimes that people are just gonna sit there and leave for different reasons. Either they get bored of the YouTuber or they didn't like what that person said. And I've learned to just sit there and accept it. Becky says maybe it has to do with her fear of losing her new dad. Oh, Becky D, bless your heart. Just you know, Becky D, you are way more compassionate than I am. So bless your heart. Seriously. Lobby says, who does Brooke think she is walking into Thomas' house and threatening him like and treating Holt like a 12-year-old, like a Karen? That's who Brooke is. Brooke is a damn Karen, Lorby. Now Monique says Brooke wants Holt to be miserable and unhappy with Liam. Oh, you have a family together, make it work. Never seen Holt this passionate with Liam, and that's a lie. Exactly, Monique, and I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that. When you try, you make it work. But she's unhappy though, and Liam left. But you gotta sit there and fight for him. First of all, Hope, you're the last person on the goddamn planet to be sitting there giving anyone relationship advice when it comes towards cheating in affairs. That's the thing. See, that's the point of it just being very like you're not in a position to sit there and give somebody advice. You're not in a position to sit there and start scolding someone about affairs when you're literally called the S from the valley. Seriously? Becky says yes. I try to be positive and hopeful. No, I appreciate that. I love that quality about you. That is an awesome quality, and I seriously hope you don't lose it. Um, I'm not always a very compassionate person, but I admire the other people that are. Lorby says the nerve of Brooke, especially with her background that I'm still learning about. She's exactly, exactly. Miss Key says now we know Albert can't stand Nina. However, give her props. Exactly. Yeah, exactly, Miss King. And my whole thing is, and I'll sit there and say this again, Miss King. When Gladys is making Nina look good, that's a problem. That is a problem. When you are literally sitting there making Nina look good. Solomon says Brooke and Audra are the biggest blanks on CBS daytime. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. Okay. Ron says I wouldn't be surprised if Brooke had someone kidnap her daughter to keep her away from Thomas. Hmm. This is the problem with B&B is that the characters are quick to divorce. They could literally see their spouses touch someone's shoulders and be like, "You touched their shoulders." Yeah, and oh yeah, I forgot Liam was in this episode too. I totally forgot about that. Double C says, "I miss when Stephanie called Brooke that." Lord B says, "Abby, you must be thinking you're on the toilet." Yo, listen, exactly. And that's the thing, Lord B. You know me. You know how I feel about Nina. If I'm giving Nina a compliment, that's a problem. That's the problem. I mean, I like to try to be fair, but I mean, come on. What are we doing? Also, Lily was so insufferable today with Nate. That they're saying that saying that Nate dating Victoria is pretty much rubbing it in our faces. Boo. Who the hell are you to sit there and tell somebody else who they can or can't date? I'd be like, by you dating Victoria is rubbing it in our face. Okay, what are you 12? Like, get over it. Honestly, tell you the truth, I'm not gonna lie. If I was Nate, I would have been petty enough to take that damn champagne and took it right back to my place. I would have walked back in there, got my champagne, and walked right back out. DC says, "Don't get me started on Audrey trying to break up relationships. First Nate and Elena, now Colin Summer." Yeah, but let's be honest, DC. Um, Audra is an upgrade from Summer. Ron says, as Sean is suspended for drinking on the job, where is Belle to support her husband when he needs it? You know what, Ron? I'm going to be honest. Everyone has a certain threshold, right? Sean is exhausting that threshold. Okay, There's only so many times you can sit there and hold somebody's hand before it's like, no. So I don't blame her for sitting there keeping her distance. You're not gonna sit there and keep biting somebody's head off. Misky said, yeah, looked like she's on the Gladys Nina Spidey sense was tingling. Yes. Misky, I love that comment. Oh, DC, you damn right that's an upgrade. That's not even that is a top tier upgrade. Double C says RJ is the faster version of Hillary. Victoria says Sunny paternal side of the family besides Brando and Courtney seem like a hot mess. It might be a blessing we never met too many of them. Hmm. Solomon says Lily outraged think her lucky stars Nate didn't make fun of her for getting European wee day after day. Who he sleeps with is none of her business. Exactly. Joe says, can I ask you what day is your birthday? August 22nd, I'll be 40. August 22nd, and I will be 40. And I'm depressed by it. I feel like I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna feel that day. I may or may not have to sit there and drink a lot. The Havlin's in the chat was good to have one. And DC says, and this new mayor in Salem is another person who got a hard on for Chanel and her mom. But low key, he was kind of right. Chanel has been doing too much lately. You know what, DC, I'm not going to lie, that actually pissed me off because all he's sitting there doing is victim blaming her for things that wasn't her fault and that was out of control. He just came across as a dick. Like just a dick with a punchable face. DC says, Albert, you look good for 40. I'll give you, thank you. Thank you. I don't know how I'm going to feel that day, but thank you. Amelia says, never liked the character of Righteous Lily. Yeah, she just pissed me off today. Like, she really did. Ron says, then Sean should not have forgiven her when she cheated on him with EJ because Sean just let her get off the hook easy. Monique says, Brooke wants Hope to say what happened with Thomas was a mistake. Then she got on Thomas. Why didn't you send Hope home? He should have said, I didn't. I did, but she didn't want to. Ooh. I would have been like, yo, listen, I can send your ass home. Like, dead serious. If she would have sat there and said that, like, you should have sent her home. How about I send you home? like dead ass serious. How about I send you home? Monique says, if I was a character on Why Not, I would tell Nate, Hope it is worth it because you will never be CEO of Newman. Look how it works for Neil. Anyone who is not a Newman won't be in charge for long. Very true. DC says true, but the mayor was right. She accidentally killed a woman. Then Chanel Bakery Good with poison. She put twin siblings against each other. When is it ever her fault? See, because you're saying that with a laughing emoji, I can't take that serious. See, this is like what I'm sitting there saying, DC. There's times where you sit there and say a comment. I'm just like, DC, you're definitely trolling at this point. Oh, Lobby says, welcome, new renewal. Remember, let me take a look at that. Since I can't see a goddamn thing on. Wait, Kyrie's, did Kyrie's, Ida was good, Ida? Did Kyrie's just gifted 5 members? Kyrie's, you goddamn rock star, you just gifted 5 members? Yo, click that box on the right hand side. Click that box on the right hand side, the dollar sign. and become a member. Was not yeah, exactly, like that's what I said. Yo, Kyrie's Kyrie's is a damn G. Like, I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Kyrie's. Jesus Christ. DC says I'm not trolling. The new mayor of Salem has a point. Chanel is always at the center of drama, and he would be a terrible mayor if he didn't think that she needed to be stopped. But she didn't actually. The thing is, though, like, she's not actually doing anything now. Like, all the stuff that's happening is happening to her. Now, Paulina, on the other hand, that's a different story. But people fighting against each other, they're grown ass adults, and she didn't poison the town. Her assistants did. Listen, as much as I don't like Chanel, and I really don't, I'm not a fan of victim blaming. Becky said, Albert, after 40, it just gets better and better. Enjoy 40 and know it's getting better from there. Yeah, yo, Kyrie's. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Kyrie's. Seriously, click that or if you have not an iPhone, if you have an Android, just click on the gifted part where it says Kyrie's face. You can become a member. We're gonna sit there and kill it this weekend, so you want to be a part of that. Ron says, I can't wait for my girl Sheila to get released from prison because okay. Um WC Smith, I love the new acting mayor. He told it like it is. DC said true, but Chanel was the common denominator of drama, so I don't like what the new mayor is doing, but I completely understand and support her. So you support a character, so you support a guy who's victim blaming someone else? That's his thing. All I heard was he was victim blaming someone for things that she didn't do. And you're basically sitting there saying that you support him for that. Simon says, and by the way, I was mentioning my aunt husband passed away from the other night. His funeral is going to be Sunday. My sister and my mom drove out to see him with my aunt. I'm sorry to hear that. DC says, no, put voice. You get a members, and you get a members, and you get a members. No, Victoria says, Albert, Becky D, just get to 5 members. Wow. Oh my God. So we got literally. Okay, so yes, Double C is a member again. And Becky D. Jesus Christ. Kyrie's and Becky D, I love you so much. But yeah, Solomon, I'm sorry for your loss, though. She says now, see when you put it like that as victim blaming. Now you're trying to put me. I'm not trying to put you as the bad guy. I'm just pointing out what you're saying. She's the common denominator, so it's clearly her fault. And she needs to be called out for it, for things that she didn't actually do. And Laura B is a member again. Oh my God. Listen. Big Samuel's in the chat. What's good, Samuel? Samuel says, well, what do you dislike about Gladys, Samuel? DC says, Albert, at this point, Becky D and Kyrie are on the board of Bodic Enterprises as the largest donators of this company. Yes, and it's just, I am touched. Like, seriously, thank you so much, both of y'all. I love y'all to the moon. You know what I love about this sentence that I didn't read yet? Is that DC's trying to find a way to spin it when it's not, in a way where it doesn't come across as victim blaming. So DC says, but she was the common denominator. I mean, folks are the common denominators of things. It's time to self-reflect, just like Nate did that and change his ways. I don't think that you can compare what Nate is going through than what is Chanel going through. I just don't. I mean, it's true, DC. I didn't. Here's the thing. I didn't even actually have to sit there and look at that comment before. I was just like, let's sit there and see what kind of tale can he spin to not make it look like he's not supporting somebody who is victim blaming. And here's the thing, DC. It's okay to be the bad guy. It's okay to be the bad guy. You know how many times I've been the bad guy, and well, pretty much almost anything. It's okay to be the bad guy. But seriously, click that button and become a member. We got practically 10 memberships in this. We got 10. So let's have some fun this weekend. Monique says with these marriages and divorces on subs, it's like no one wants to fight for their relationship when things are easy. Stick around, tough times, they bail out. Like Curtis. Like Curtis. Curtis. Now Becky D says, Samuel, if you want a membership, I think there's one left. Click the $ under the chat and accept gift. Yes. Samuel will be a hell of a lot of fun. Thank you, Ariana. Thank you so much. Oh my God, thank you. And Spiderquake's a member again. Thank you so much, Ariana. Thank you. The most successful live stream ever. Listen, it's a success because of everyone here. So, Spiderquake is either Becky D or Kyrie's. So just thank them both. Lorby says, LOL, dictator of troll service. I'm just saying, listen, sometimes with DC, it's, and listen, like I said, DC, it's okay to be the bad guy. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be a bad guy at some point again, sooner or later. Oh, Talos. I don't. Ooh, I don't know. You might have Spider Quick because I don't think Laura B has actually watched it. No, Ariana is amazing. Ariana is amazing. DC says, but I'm okay with the mayor getting justice because Chanel has been at the center of the drama, so he's doing what a mayor is supposed to do, which is shutting down foolishness. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to sit there and say. I felt like he did. But to be fair, Laura B, I don't think he actually did that on purpose. Um, I don't think that he actually. I don't think that he knew that you haven't caught up yet. They didn't really do that. Okay, DC. Nikisha, I'm trying to figure out why we have millions of skulls and human offspring out here. If a million skulls here a decade ago, some of them had to have blank with humans, right? Ooh, that's a really good question. It's kind of too late to walk that back, Spider-Quake, but okay. Monique says, I just saw an old episode of B&B from 2012. They had the whole Lucky out there. Yeah, Jacob Young, right? But seriously, thank you, Becky D, and thank you, Reese. And also thank you, Ariana. Thank you so much. Um, DC says it's weird for me, Theo, to say he saw Polina as another mother when he did the dirty with Chanel. Kind of weird. Ooh. Um, Mia says I couldn't handle Holt, Liam, Steffi, and Thomas after about 10 years. Oh, Jesus Christ. They're having the supers. I can't. Amelia says Bo screwed up when they let Courtney Hope go. I'm not even gonna talk about the whole. I'm gonna just keep that one to myself. God damn it. Trevor says, how would you rate GH? But I gave it a 5 out of 10. How about B&B and why not? I would have to think about it. Honestly, to tell you the truth, here's the thing. I don't really do numbers. Um, B&B was actually probably pretty good. Was actually pretty good today. Why not was okay. It wasn't super crazy, but it wasn't terrible either. Days of Alive was probably the best one personally. And Jade was just kind of in the middle at this point. So I'll sit there and say that. What the hell? And Ida is a member. Oh my god, that's what's up. You know, Night Girl, I was actually hoping that somehow you were gonna get a you was gonna get the member thing also, because I know you were a member a while back. Monique says twist on B&B. What if Thomas and Hope are related? It happened before on shows that would explain why they're so in sync with each other. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that, Monet. And the thing is, they decided to keep it in the family anyway. Like, they literally decided to keep it in the family. What was that? Another world or something like that? Victoria says, I'm not convinced who the shooter after Anna or Sunny. I think it could have been either or both. Tisha says, I would for Samuel to be a member. That's what I was just saying. Yo, listen, I still want Samuel to be a member though. Like, even if he didn't get gifted, it'll be cool for him to be a member. Yes, DC. What is okay? What is that show from? Jonathan and Tammy. What's the name of that show? I mean, that was just some sick ish right there, and people were actually rooting for that. Like, kind of like, okay, DC. Spider Quake. I'm gonna sit there and go with Gladys. I'm gonna go with Gladys. Spider Quake. You know, it's really crazy, and I've said this before, but I'll say this again. When you're actually making Nina look good, that's the problem. Okay, Gladys is actually out there in these streets making Nina look good. Okay, hold on. Let me take a drink before I sit there and read this comment. DC says, funny enough, I was rooting for them too. I feel their story was so powerful. We forgot as viewers they were cousins. It's kind of hard to forget something like that, but okay. Now Victoria said, God, Victoria is also passionate had incest as well. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, Laurie. That's exactly what I said. That's on some. Yeah. Becky D is on fire tonight. Hold on, huh? Because right, part of me just feels like maybe I should just went on YouTube since I can't see a goddamn. Oh my God, Becky D just gifted another 5 members. Definitely. Oh, Double C is a member now. Okay. Thank you so much, Becky D. Oh my God, Becky D, you are awesome, and I love you so much. Um, DC said yes on Passion Chat. Slept with his nephew Vince. What? Yo, yo, the '90s was just straight up buck wild at that point. Holy shit. Yes, Jarvis. Yes, Becky D is just a goddamn queen at this point. Yes, I was just gonna sit there and say yes. Becky D is a goddamn queen. Um, Ariana says, remember that storyline in Passions. No, seriously, we got to sit there and give you your flowers, Becky D. That's almost kind of a scary question, Spider Quick, because it was the '90s and apparently they just did anything back then. DC says that wasn't the '90s when Chad slept. What? Oh hell no. Okay, I can't even blame the '90s on that. All right, well I guess I could just sit there and blame some sick ass writers then. Like literally, I can't even sit there and blame the '90s for that. I mean, granted, the people in the '90s that did storylines like that were just all sorts of sick and effed up. But like, yeah, yeah. I mean, that's. I guess that's something. Do you see that's something? Passions was lit. I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna drink my drink and I'm gonna let that ish go. But yes, if you are not a member yet, because we got literally 10 members in here. So click on that. Oh, there we go. Have a good night, girl. Thank you for joining. It was really great to see you, night girl. Yeah, it's probably quick. I guess we could sit there and be blessed for the small things. And I really do mean that's like a tiny pebble of a victory that didn't go that far. It just went gross. That's all. Um, yes, go to the dollar sign and click on that and become a member. It's worth it. We do it. Ask anybody in the chat that's members. Ask anyone in the chat that we have a good time. DC says to make it more soapier, Chad was cheating on his wife Whitney with Vince, who is not only his nephew but brother-in-law since Victoria was Whitney's brother. Damn. I mean, I get the soapy part. I just like, yes, click on that, become a member. You have a lot of fun. We're gonna get up to 100. We're gonna have an epic party, and I'm gonna do a giveaway. Seriously. God damn it, Becky D, you are amazing. And you too as well, Kyrie. Jesse Just is in the chat, typing this on the train home. What's good, Jess? Let's everyone say what's up to Jess. And also, stay safe out there, Jess. For real. It's a jungle. DC says, and at one point, chat, Whitney believed they were brothers and sisters had conceiving a child. Whoa, that show was lit. That is so not the word I'm gonna sit there and use for that. That that is so not the word I'm gonna sit there and use for that. More like a goddamn abomination at that point. Like that's just unholy at that point. Christ Almighty. Ariana says the '90s in Soapland was like the Wild West. I mean, here's the thing, and I get it. I get it, Ariana. A lot of things with the Wild West. Some for the best, others they just kind of did whatever they wanted. When you got cousins going out with each other, you got fans that's actually sitting there rooting for like incest. You know what? Here's the thing, DC. This is what I'm gonna. I was gonna sit there and try to give you a pass, but I'm like that. Some of that story. The problem is DC. I was gonna sit there and say, well, you know what? DC was young when it came up back then. He didn't really know any better. But one of those stories came out in 2007, so I can't even like. Just also, why are these stations so effing hot? I'm lost. Yes. Oh my God, Jess, I was up there going to Brooklyn a couple weeks ago, and I'm just like practically sweating like a damn pig down there, which is insane because it's already hot. That's the problem. It's already hot, just in general. Lobby says it's forgivable when you don't know, but Vince is a demon for knowing and doing it anyway. DC said Chad was out here getting it in with his brother-in-law. That man was lit. Was Chad the same person that was Nick there committing incest? I really need to stop. Really need to stop. I guess for me in my head, I can't sit there and see how anyone is rooting for someone who's sleeping with cousins and things of that nature. Yes, Jess. I'm assuming we're talking about the hot thing, but yes. It really don't make no damn sense. It's like, just for me personally, I always feel like I'm on high alert anyway whenever I'm on the trains and stuff like that because of all the nut jobs. But now I gotta be sitting there sweating my damn blankety blank blank off as well. Ishi says I never rooted for Chad and Vince though, but I did for Jordan and Tammy. Okay, all right, so DC, what? All right, DC, you're gonna get a pass. Because you were young back then. DC didn't know any better, so it's fine. It's cool. I am so glad that we actually straightened that shit out. People out here talking about they root for kids and cousins and stuff like that. Just right. I don't know what's worse, the crazies or the hate. Oh no, Jess, I'm gonna sit there and go with the crazies. I'm gonna go with the crazies all the way. Um, that's what honestly. I know they're like kind of joking a little bit, but I'm being dead ass serious. Just be careful. DC says not to sound like the dictator of troll service, but up into the 1990s, people married their cousins. Oh, on to the 90s. Well, yeah, yeah. I mean, that's DC says I got a Boston Enterprise. It's just my whole thing is like you're not any better back then. I get it. We all do foolish things that we didn't sit there and know better, and it is what it is. Oh, just grew up in Harlem. Okay. And Amelia grew up in Brooklyn. And my friend actually lives exactly, Lorby, stay safe. Yeah, my friend lives in Brooklyn. Monique says on Passions after Whitney found out the truth about Chad, she still wanted to give him some that oh God. Ugh, gross. Uh Nikki said it's still people that defend Todd and what he did was worse than that. At least the incest was Nikisha, you actually have a point. I mean, I think that they're both gross, but you really do have a point. People defend Luke. People to this day still defend Luke. Um, Monique says on GH, I was laughing my ass off, and Dante said hi. And yeah, yes, yes. I'm glad I'm not the only person that did laugh about that. DC says, but everybody loved Jordan and Tamara, even to this day. Like Candace Mack too, she loved him. That's not exactly an endorsement, DC. And I'm being dead ass serious. That's not exactly an endorsement, unless she was also young at that age when she saw it. Amir says, Albert, yes, the heat won't last. Yeah, it won't. It's one of those things where it's like it's already hot, and then you go downstairs, and it's like you feel like you gotta take off like damn near all your clothes because you're just a pile of sweat at that point. See, just, just. I am so glad you brought that out. The thing is, just it was out of pocket too. She was saying things that just made zero sense. She was saying things like, "Oh, Christina, you're being jealous." I'm like, "Hey, Jess, this is why you're my favorite. This is why you're my favorite." Because I said the same goddamn thing. Becky D is back. I said the same goddamn thing. Um, you're being selfish. Boo. She has literally given a year of her life to carry a baby for you. And you have the audacity to sit there and say that she's being selfish and making it about her? Not to mention that this actress isn't really helping any of these things, but DC says not endorsement. Oh, hell. Just said we all know Christina would be a horrible second, but she wasn't making anything all about her. Like, what is she talking about? She wasn't making any sense. That's the problem, Jess. None of it made any sense. It was just like, and I'm not gonna lie. Even TJ went off on her, and I was like, bro, you're out of pocket. All she was there trying, like, she was just trying to be nice to you. In reality, I felt like Christina was literally sitting there getting dunked on by people for no reason. Yeah, TJ that went on her out of pocket. You had Molly just being just. It's really sad. TJ talked to her about this because she was going out of pocket before, and TJ talked about this with her, and it's like it just went completely. Have a good night, Jarros. Yes, yes, you will. Victoria says I thought there was consent remain. I thought that there was consent. Remembers that Todd couldn't fully escape what he did, where Luke, it was arrogant for decades. It was ignored for decades. I felt there were constant reminders that Todd couldn't fully escape it. Yeah, the thing is, Victor, I felt like people just chose to ignore it. Oh, yeah, you actually said that. Just said, yeah, TJ just snapped at her like we get it, what's going on with Curtis, but damn. So true, Jess. So true. Lisa's in the chat. Lisa says Gladys going to hell in gasoline drawer. I think that's what somebody said that. I think it was either Ariana or Becky D. But no, it was Ariana. Ariana said that too. Ariana said the exact same thing. Amir said they can scrap the Molly storyline. Becky D says, I think there isn't good on-screen presence between the three. Molly, Christina, and even TJ was weird. Yeah. She says in every promo on Passions was like 10 years, no lie. We like will Ethan find out that little Ethan is his son? The secret went on forever and ever. Wow. They were not playing back then. Double C said TJ was acting like a jerk, but I understand because his uncle was in the ICU. I get that, but like, my whole thing is like, I can't just sit there and give something like that a pass. I really can't because she didn't mean any harm by what she did. And like I said, I get that. Here's the thing. For me personally, because I'm not as nice as you are, Double C, I'm not gonna sit. For me, you're not getting a pass. From me. You're just not gonna get a pass. You don't get, something bad happens, and I get that, but it doesn't give you carte blanche to sit there and treat other people like garbage. Uh, I don't get it. I don't get that at all. Only a little bit left in here anyway. Question is, Nikki said they say, who is y'all who wanted the recast of Christina? Alright, well, whatever, I don't think I'll pour it back in there. Um, Barbie says, why was Christina going to Molly and TJ when she was convinced not to do when she was convinced not to do it, and all of a sudden she's back there? What's going on? Yeah, and that's also, you know what, Barbie, you have a very good point. When I sat there and I saw it, I was like, what are you doing? It's not a good time for her to be there. And yes, I completely agree with that, Barbie. I do. That was out of pocket as well. Miss Key say, "Oh man, Todd and Blair with a couple." Just said Laura, she didn't intentionally go to her for that. Molly brung it up. Hmm. Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm gonna start slowing down a little bit more. Um, no, you're right about that. I'm gonna start slowing down a little bit more. You are 100% right, Nikisha. Amir says, "Is Aunt Stella going to?" I hope not. Lisa says you're welcome. It's only Aubrey and the rest of the chat that gotta make their bed now since they're recast so badly. DC says actually Albert has drank all of his lives, and his lives are 7 days a week. Hmm. Yeah, I did actually stop one day. One day I actually did stop. So I may actually chill out tomorrow. I might actually chill out tomorrow on that. And Nikisha says there's a pill and herb called, why is it not coming up? All right, I just took a screenshot of it. Thank you, Nikisha. Thank you. Just said replace that liquor with that giant apple. Yeah, no, I'm gonna chill out a little bit more on it. I'm gonna chill out on a little bit more. Monique says went to New York one time, got on the subway, lots of rats, big ass dogs. One woman was just sitting there, rats all around her on one shoulder. I was like, it's a rat on your shoulder. She's like, I know. Oh wow. Yeah, actually I do. I do actually drink a lot of water though. Like whenever I'm at work, I usually drink a lot of water. And then during like when I do my reviews, I drink a lot of water as well. Nikisha, wait, is this an intervention? I always wanted to be involved in an intervention, just not on the receiving end. Mia says, I hope not also, but that seems same. Yeah. Miss Key says, I'm getting used to the new Molly. She has the same mannerisms as the old one, but that Christina gotta go. Yeah, see, that's the thing for me. I feel like they both gotta go. Like I really do feel like they both gotta sit there and go. And yeah, it would creep the hell out of me as well. Just said we mind our business in New York, but I don't know. I don't know about that. Nikki said there's also something called ketamine. It's a plant you can make tea with it, and the effects mimic alcohol with no bad side effects. Yeah. Me, Jess, and Spider Quick also lives in New York, and I know Valerie lives in somewhere in that area. Valerie lives somewhere in that area. Oh, Miss Geek. Oh, so you live in the New York area as well? Okay, good. Miss Gay, are you coming to our members meetup at the end of the month? Are you going to be coming to our members meetup? I think it's literally like a couple weeks away. It's like seriously, Miss Gay, I would definitely love to have you there. Victoria says the real test will be the new Christina scenes with Sunny. MB has been clear doesn't enjoy working with someone with poor acting skills. Ooh. Oh, Miss Key says I may be out of town. Okay. Well, if people here's the thing, Miss Key, if people do come to the first one, then I'll definitely do another one. So if you're out of town this month, then we'll sit there and try to do it. Then we'll sit there and do it next month. Nikisha, y'all should go live when you meet up and say yes. I think that'd actually be a cool idea. Thank you, Nikisha. Hmm. Amelia says MB likes cake. Okay. Monique says tried to kill a rat, dog, bear looking animal. My friend said that thing did nothing to you. Leave it alone. They got a family like you. What? Yo, yo, that is wild. DC Sunny has made more scenes with his stepkids than actual kids. Oh, no, but that's actually a really good thing. That's actually a really good idea. Miss Key said we have to. Miss Key said we have to roll call. We have to roll call. But yeah, that's actually be a cool idea. Though. That would actually be a cool idea. I am also. I mean, well, I am actually planning on at some point going to what's the name of that town? Forks, like the actual place where they did the where they shot Twilight. Miss Key said do a members roll call. Okay. You mean like right now or you mean for the I mean well I mean if it's this ugh. I am so drunk at this point. I was gonna sit there and say like when I go up like when the first members thing happened and yeah I think I oh tomorrow okay all right Miss Key all right I will thank you I definitely will I definitely also Miss Key I hope I get to see you tomorrow. Miss Key said just to get an idea of who is in the tri-state. That's actually a really good idea. That's actually a really good idea. Um, DC says, wait, the meetup is no. Miss Key just talking about a roll call to sit there and see how many people are going to be in the New York area. I'm sorry, my AC is kind of loud for some reason. Miss Key said then you can do your East Coast tour. East Coast tour. Let me. I want to actually screenshot that because that's actually a really good idea. Why is it taking forever? Yeah, there's so many times I want to sit there and break my phone. All right, cool. Thank you, Miss Key. I want to sit there and screenshot that. That's actually a good idea. Very good idea. I like that idea. Lord B says Taco Bell goes in and DC says feel better when I don't eat. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I've never actually really ate a lot of Taco Bell stuff to be honest. I never really ate a lot of Taco Bell stuff. I like I don't know. I know some people that just they love Taco Bell's like there's no tomorrow, right? You know, James is always sitting there saying Taco Tuesday, which I always find that very funny whenever I'm in his live streams and it's Tuesdays and James is like, oh, it's Taco Tuesdays, and I'm just like, yeah, there's another Tuesdays, but I'm not going to sit there and mention what it is. Yeah, James is always Taco Tuesdays. So I find that very interesting. Taco Tuesdays. Becky D says, okay, so Becky D, so you know what I'm okay, so you already know what I'm thinking. You already know what okay. So you already know what other Tuesday that it is. Okay. I'm so glad that you know. Melanie's in the chat. Was good, Melanie. Melanie's in the chat with love. That was she said. I just made tacos tonight. Lobby says you call Lisa. Oh my God. Okay, so my bad. Ooh, I'm so I am so sorry, Lisa. Um, kind of had like two drinks now, so my bad. Lucy says I once didn't eat for 10 days, just only water, and my God, I felt like I summoned a demon or something. I felt so much lighter. Oof, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. DC, you got way more willpower than I do. I once didn't eat for 10 days. Yo, let me tell you something. I like eating food like that. I mean, it says we should eat less in the summer. Oh, I don't know, Amelia. I feel like there's a lot of times I want to eat more. Victoria says, I have only been in Cali once, but the taco burritos and all those types of foods are really fresh. Now, Nikisha says, fasting every once in a while is good for you physically and mentally. Well, like I said, strong, strong, strong will. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't want to do it. No, seriously, my bad, Lisa. My bad. Seriously, I'm so sorry about that. Um, you know what it is also, Lisa? When I look at your name, it just I called it out so fast because it just said L, and then your icon is brown with an L there. So I just kind of yeah, but my bad. DC says my mom almost called a psychiatrist on me. She was thought I was trying to hurt myself, but I felt my body needed a purge. And the moment I ended that 10-day fast with Taco Bell is yeah. Yeah, but I mean, you didn't just end it with Taco Bell. You just ended it in general. Nikisha Albert, you can help your diet a lot by adding a multivitamin. You have one that have servings of fruit and vegetables in a capsule. Is that something that you can pick up at like CVS or something like that, or at like a drugstore? Duan is in the chat. Duan says, Gladys needs jam. Yeah, we talked about that. Listen, when Gladys is making Nina look good, we got a problem. Monique says Chicago is bipolar. Winter can't make up his mind. Do you want to rain or not? You want to be 90 degrees or 70? Which one? Yes. Oh my God. See, that's what I was just saying. Lisa says cheers. But like Lisa, oh, my bad. One is a lowercase L and the other one's an uppercase L. Damn. Oh, Nikisha. Okay, so CBS. Okay. All right, I'm gonna look into that. By adding a multivitamin. I'm gonna look into that. Oh no, no, Nikisha, no, I can get it. It just seems like any sort of it just seems like any sort of multivitamin or anything like that. No, I can buy it. I just is it a particular brand that you would recommend though, Nikisha? I would just feel like a dumbass of going in there and be like, oh, I'm gonna get a multivitamin, and then the clerk just sits there and kind of looks and be like, okay, just go to the vitamin section. Um, oh no, no, I will. I want to know was like a particular one or anything like that. When I go there. Miss Key said, get the Alive Men's Energy. That's actually a name brand. The Alive. Double C says, eat your vitamins and say your prayers. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. Monique said, would Molly feel the same if she asked Christina to be her baby carrier? And she said, no, would Molly? Is that? Thank you. Thank you, Monique. Thank you. Double C says, I feel like when Albert was younger, he was that clerk to give that type of response. I kind of still am. To be fair, DC, I kind of still am. In case I want to contribute, I'm going to email you a picture of some good ones. Okay, cool. Yeah, if you let me know, then I can sit there and get it tomorrow. You let me know, I'll sit there and get it tomorrow. Becky D says some good vitamins are way better than others. Oh, some vitamins are better than others. Yeah, that's what I was meant to say. Like, if you knew one. Miss Key says, and NYC, everything is locked up. You have to call an attendant. Yeah, well, here's the thing on Miss Key. And the one that's literally across the street from my house, I don't have to. But yes, it's in the city, yeah. It's bad. Monique says bad news for me after years of battling addiction because almost slipped up, but I held. Exactly. Stay strong. It's a battle every day. And if you win the battle, congratulate yourself. Like give yourself a pat on the back. She says Albert's breakfast consists of hot sausages, light noodles, and diet alcohol. He keeps his breakfast light and then from dinner organic hot noodles and sugar-free alcohol. Exactly. Stay strong, Monique. It's a battle every day. Nikki said yes. Be wary of cheap vitamins. Some aren't expected because they are regulated by. Oh, okay. I'm gonna look out. I'm gonna look out for that email though. DC says I near overdose on pills years ago, so I know the struggle. Monique stay strong with a good support system around you if you're able to. Miss Key said, "Do took a blowtorch at Walgreens around my way. What? Well, you said it was on the news. I kind of want to sit there and see that video on the news. Yeah, I kind of want to. I mean, I know that you're in the tri-state area, so yeah. But to take exactly Becky D, to take a blowtorch, that's just insane. I'm not surprised. I'm just not there saying like Victoria says, LOL, I saw the video. It's YouTube Albert. None of the Walgreens workers stopped them. Well, to be fair, Victoria, if I saw somebody with a blowtorch, I probably wouldn't sit there and try to stop them either. Um, but Victoria says, I saw the video. It's on YouTube, Albert. None of the wall. I kind of want to see this video now. That's the thing. I want to sit there and see this video. Yeah, I want to see. I want to see. I saw the video on YouTube. Well, I mean, Victoria, I don't know exactly where you live. I don't know if you live in the New York area. You don't have to say where you live, but let me know if you do live in the New York area. Just DC, DC at Albert's breakfast. I mean, I still eat unhealthy when it comes towards breakfast, but not what DC was talking about. DC says I wouldn't stop the mother. I would leave the store. Is that but that's the thing though, DC. I would actually do that as well. Like I would literally sit there and just be like, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. Victoria says I'm guilty of being New Yorker, born and raised. Okay. Ooh. But then Victoria, if you're actually I don't know if you actually live in the New York, if you live in the New York area, but if you do, we're having a members meetup. I feel like I need to post that post again. We're doing a members meetup on the 29th of this month. I posted the place that we're going to meet up at. So if you have time, you want to come through on a Saturday. The place is really good though. Like it looks really like I sat there and I re-looked at the pictures today, and it looks really good. But I don't know, that's assuming. That's assuming that you still live in the New York area. Becky says that's the part that scares me. My daughter works at an ultra for a while. People would come in and fill trash bags and run out, even in a very small town. Yes. No, yeah. Yeah, it was rampant. Oh, okay. Now Victoria says you do have to post it again, Albert. I haven't heard you mention it, but I didn't see the post. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. I will definitely post it again then. Thank you, Victoria. Thank you. Just as when I worked in retail in Times Square, of all places, people used to come in and yeah, it was crazy. Now, Jess says sometimes we stop them, but most of the times we didn't. Yeah. That's the thing, Jess. If you steal under a certain amount, You know what I'm saying? Like they're not. You know what I'm saying? Like they would steal stuff, but up until a certain point, and it was steal because they knew that people wouldn't do anything. Like most people wouldn't do anything. You know, like the workers couldn't really do anything to try to stop them or anything. So they would literally do. And I saw that. You know, it's funny. Just I saw that on the news all the time, especially during the height of the pandemic. It was insane. Like I mean, it was literally the Wild West. Miss Key says they do the same thing at grocery stores. A man had a bag of steaks and just walked out the store. Yeah, and then like at you know, unfortunately, I can't sit there and say what I'm going to sit there and say here. So I'll save my stories for the members. Just say yeah, and we couldn't touch it exactly. And that's the thing, just even when you did call the cops, if it was under a certain amount, they wouldn't go to jail. Is that, and that's another and thank you, Victoria. That's another thing. It's not worth it because they wouldn't go to jail, and you would sit there and practically lose your life or get injured. And for what? You know, I always sit there and look. I always felt like the pandemic. Just that, yeah, I'm not chasing. Exact. God damn it, Jess. Yes, I have that exact same energy. DC says, when I worked in retail back in 2010, I always had the mindset to let these run off, go ahead and steal it. If you need it, I'm not about to confront you for this $10 an hour. Exactly. Uh, DC says, but it's best for your safety not to confront them, though. Just alert the manager. Exactly, Miss Gee. Loss prevention, yes. Yes, no, Jess, I felt the same way. I still feel the same way to this day when people do that because they know they're going to get away with it. I'll say this much: the pandemic brought out the best in people and the worst in people, and it was definitely a trying time. Man, I had to break up that year, the year before, and then have a good night, Laura B. Thank you for joining. Had to break up that year. I started doing YouTube 2019, give or take, and then 2020 that whole thing hit the fan. And that's when I used to sit there and be on my camera phone. If anyone remembers how low quality my first videos was, I still thank you for being here. Sometimes, oh, I did DC. No, that was totally me. That was totally me. No, I'm not even gonna sit there and sugarcoat that. I talked about it in the members live. No, that was on me. I did all that. So I was a very, very, very terrible boyfriend. Oh, damn. Yeah, I haven't got slayed that way in a while. Last person that slayed me like that starts with a J. And DC says, who caused it? And then he said, I figured. Damn. You know, if I was actually truly twisted tonight, I might actually took offense to that. But to be fair, he's not wrong. To be fair, DC says, damn, I was really trying to be shady like that. And yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good, DC. I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. Like I said, there's another person in this chat that slays me. That starts with a J, but she does get a lifetime pass, so that's It just is what it is. But no, I own that. Nikisha, I just emailed you any three of them. Okay, good. Thank you. Oh, that's it too. Nice. Jess is trying to be cute tonight. Jess is trying to be cute tonight. Who? Yeah, who my ass? You know damn well who. Playing those games with me, even though you do get a lifetime pass. Don't be playing those games with me. DC says out here exposing himself. Well, yeah. Tracy said, just curious, are you live on your computer? Oh, no, I'm on my laptop. You know, it's actually really funny, Tracy. I'm on my laptop right now, right? I did think about going live on my phone at some point again, because I usually can go longer on my phone, like at least 3 hours. My laptop is like maybe 2 hours and a half, give or take. But when I first started, Tracy, quality was bad. It was bad. Now DC says I'm starting trouble is giving Nikki Smith vibes. You're not the person that starts trouble, DC. But that's a troublemaker. That goes to one of my favorites. Okay, you sometimes I just like when you say something or you know whatever. I'm just like is DC trolling or is DC being serious? Spike says I'm all for the draw. I'm all for some drama. Yep, and knock on wood because it didn't happen tonight. Ah, crap. We still got another 2 minutes, give or take. Miss Key says Nikki, Jean, or Tommy. I don't get it. Now, Spiderquake says, I shouldn't even bother to highlight because it would have just been faster for me to read it. Spiderquake says today is Drama Friday. Listen, we're gonna try to abolish that. We're gonna try to abolish that. I felt like for a Friday, this was actually a really good live stream. DT says I was out here. He got a members meetup coming up, so he's trying to plant some seeds. Okay, DC. Okay, DC. But we'll see. Okay, DC. Listen, DC, I said this once, and I'll say it again. There's times, is that exactly? Yes. God damn it, Nikisha, yes. Yes. What Nikisha said. DC out here being a goddamn smartass. Spike Craig says, so yeah, how do you feel about Gravik? Or Garvik? Yeah, my ass, DC. How do you feel as a villain in your eyes? He's average, Spike Craig. You know what it is, Spike Craig? I don't think he's the worst villain. I just don't think that he's like I mean, don't get me wrong, Spike Craig, he's getting things done, right? And I think that's actually pretty cool. I like my villains to actually have a bit of charm and personality. I think that's what it really comes down to. Monique says, anyone ever played Diablo on PS5? I still got my PS4. Let's just take a minute to just praise Nikisha for a minute. Let's just really take a minute to just praise Nikisha. Like seriously, chat. DC says you do know. Listen, listen. The rule of life is when in doubt, listen to Keisha. Okay. DC's out here, they're trying to be a smart ass. Okay. A little bit too smart for your own good. Actually, it really was Nikisha. Spike Clip say, Garvik are all mad because Fury promised them a planet they didn't. Oh no, no, I get that. I get that. Um, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. I just it's very different. Now Becky D said, "Hail the Queen Nikisha. Nikisha, yo, I'm gonna clip that from my Kyrie's is back. Oh, you deserve it, Nikisha. You do. You do." Spikequake says, "Now, how long do you think Rhodey been in his car before?" Ooh, that's you know what? That's a damn good question. That's a goddamn good question, Spiderquake. And since most of the people in the chat that didn't watch it isn't here, that's a damn good question. That's right. The one and only Kyrie's Clark is back. Spikequake says, "What if Rolly has been a scrub throughout?" That's what I said. Like that's a really good question. That's why Craig says because their scrolls were here before. Exactly. They were there years ago before that. Years before that. That's a damn good question. I mean, don't get me wrong, Swipe Quick. I do feel like as a whole, as a series, it hasn't fully done it for me. But because I love anything live action Marvel, I love the character so much that I would sit there and rock with it. Eagle Fang says LOL. I don't know what the joke was. I hope Quite Quick says maybe even during Iron Man he was a skull. Is that it's just like you don't know how far he goes back. How far it goes back. Curry says had to keep had to keep my ratchet best friend away from this chat. I love her, but she's actually here. Mouth is worse than mine. Can't be. I wasn't even going to let her go in on DC about the kidnapping threat. Oh, yeah, DC. No, no, he's not joking. Kyrie's is not joking. He's being dead ass serious too. Firecracker says, but I'm sure after Endgame he became a Skrull. And that's the thing though. Firecracker. That's another thing I'm looking forward to towards the end because it's like, how far does it go back? How far does it go back? Harry says, I'm serious. I was protecting DC. Yo, DC, he's not joking. I know my guy Kyrie. He is dead ass serious. He is not joking. And that's one of the questions I'm looking forward to them maybe answering Spider Quake about that. I think you have so many different possibilities, Spider Quake, like how many other people that might have been Avengers or whatever were really Skrulls. Yes, I'm with it. I'm with it, Spider Quake. Yes. And you know it's funny, Spider Quake, in that order. In that order. Dave, what's good, Dave? How have you been? Listen, whenever you're here, you're here. And I appreciate you being here no matter what time you got here. So never feel the need to apologize. Happy Friday to you, my friend. Spider Quake says Rhodey is gone, Maria dead, Cole's dead. Yeah, Nikisha, yeah, she was here earlier. She was here earlier. Spider Quake, you need Daisy and Colson. You need Daisy and Colson. Everyone's a skull are dead. Now, Spikequake, what's to make you think that Daisy and Coulson? Okay, if Daisy was not a scroll, no, I can't even sit there and say that. Never mind, I take that back. But I was joking about that though. I would never seriously park home on anybody. Well, yeah, no, obviously. But the thing is, DC, I don't think she was. That's the thing, DC. You might have been joking, but I'm pretty sure she was not. Monique says I can't eat any dairy products when it's hot as hell outside. Does anybody feel that way? You know, it's funny, Monique, because sometimes I feel like I could be lactose intolerant, and yet I still sit there and have what you call it almost every other day when I'm at Starbucks. Jakaris! Oh my God, Jakaris is in the chat. DC says, well, I cut back on the jokes. I'm not joking, DC. I'm being dead ass serious. Jakaris is in the chat, even though, even that whole thing about cheating in the chat a few days ago, I'm too scared to cheat. And plus one, you cheat, you gotta be with someone, puppet, and prove yourself to them. Very true. That's why Quick says they can't be Avengers because they can't be Skrulls. That's true. But then you gotta sit there and think about like the human stuff. Pepper Potts. Um, I don't know. I would have to go back and sit there and really think about that. I've been good, Jakars. You know, it's funny. I'm actually gonna sit there and try to watch your video before I go to bed tonight. How have you been? DC says even that whole thing about cheating in the chat a few days ago, I'm just scared to cheat and plus oh my god, you know it's really messed up right now. So with DC, I just called him Jakaris. I just literally called DC Jakaris. Oh my god. Monique says, I think all humans are lactose intolerant for real. Dairy isn't great for us. I eat it though as a vegetarian. I need the protein. But yeah, my bad, DC. Monique says, never buy any food out of someone's truck, but someone's one time for someone's truck went through and must have. Oh, Jesus Christ. DC says, yeah, I think as humans we're supposed to ingest breast milk only as babies. You know what? I don't even know what to say to that. Dakota says I've been good. I was planning on doing a review at midnight. Yeah, there's a couple people I gotta sit there and catch up to. There's a couple people I gotta sit there and catch up to. Shikaris is one. Let me have to pour some of this back in. Spike Clip says Furia has nobody but Gaia, and you never know how. I'm not gonna lie, Spike. Like the fact that like he actually has some like a wife or whatever on Earth, and that she was a scroll was just like, wait, what? I mean, I wasn't surprised, but I was kind of surprised. Have a good night, DC. Thank you for joining. Um, I wasn't surprised, but I was kind of surprised though. Now DC says, God damn it, DC says, see, Albert, got never mind. There were nothing wrong. There there was nothing wrong about that comment. No, there was nothing wrong about that comment, DC. That the comment wasn't the problem. My thoughts was the problem. That was the problem. It wasn't your comment. It was literally my thoughts. I mean, come on now. When you start sitting there, you know, like saying anatomy parts. I mean, come on. That's you know, I don't even care. Miss Key said, think about it. Does a cow drink goat milk? True, Spike Breaks, only people that I know of that can help here is Colson, if not Daisy, maybe Yo-Yo, Jim and Fitz. Yo, Spike Quick, I would love for Yo-Yo to come back. I would listen, I would donate money to sit there and get Yo-Yo back. Like, and I'm being dead ass serious too. Listen, as she is probably one of the only speedsters, um God damn it. Have a good night, Monique. Thank you for joining. DC says, good night, everyone. Yes, Nikisha, I won't be leaving home tomorrow. Yes, have a good night. And there you go again. Spike Coach says, I meant the thing she asked if she was a scroll from. Yeah, exactly. He was like, well, I guess we'll never know. Now, DC says, breast nursement. DC, I'm going to tell you something right now. You can't use that language around. Okay? You just can't do that. Okay, I'm gonna act in a very immature way. That's right, Spike Quake. She is Latin. No, but you can't use that language around me, DC. Okay, if you would have tried to use it in any other sort of way, all would have been fine. But you can't start like you can't do that, DC. Especially that particular anatomy. Okay, Curry says I really would have went off on Brooke if I was Thomas. I did somewhat go off on Brooke though. Like I wouldn't I didn't go as hard as you, but Jakara said gotta go. Have a good night, Jakaris. Thank you for joining. Let's everyone say good night to Jakaris. It was so good to sit there and have you stop by. Always a pleasure to see you in the chat. But with that being said, yeah. With that being said, I think I'm gonna sit there and end the live stream tonight because I do gotta wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I only got 2 hours of sleep last night because I was testing something. So I think I'm gonna sit there and call this a night. But I do want to thank everyone for joining now. Thank you. Have a good night, Solomon. I want to thank everyone for joining. This was a lot of fun. I look forward to seeing everyone here tomorrow. All the members back here tomorrow. We're gonna sit there and have a really good time. And yeah. So if you're not a member, join. If you are a member, grab some chips, some ice cream, whatever you got to get. Yes, you will. Yes, you will, Spotty Quake. You will be there. Have a good night, Pop. Have a good night, Victoria. Have a good night, Blackmon. Have a good night, Spider Quake. Have a good night, Becky D. Have a good night, Ariana. Terry says my head is so off today. I got to do my reviews tomorrow to truly curse Brooke out. Yes, Kyrie. You got to sit there and be proper with it. Like seriously, you got to sit there and give your full attention to it. So I know I'm joking, but I actually do understand where you're coming from. Have a good night, Dave. Have a good night, Miss G. Have a good night, Becky D. Have a good night, Ariana. Have a good night, Blackmon. Have a good night, Victoria. Have a good night, M Pop. Have a good night, DC. Have a good night, Spiderquake. Have a good night, Daisy. Dave. Have a good night, Tracy Steves. Have a good night, Nikisha. Have a good night, Jesse Jess. Have a good night, Samuel. Have a good night, Ron. Have a good night, Becky D. Oh my God. Becky D says, good night, I'll bring the rest and have a good week, and I will try to be there, but I'm scheduled for Domino's. Okay, well, here's the thing, Becky D. If you can't be there, um, you know, listen to us whenever you can. Hopefully they have the live chat up. You can sit there and follow what's going on. I hope we get to see you. If not, then I will be sitting there thinking of you. Have a good night, and Jeanette, thank you for joining. Have a good night, Becky D. Becky D is the goddamn rock star. She is the queen of the night. Well, she's just the queen in general. She's a goddamn queen. Curry says, good night, Ariana. Good night, Miss Key. Good night, Becky. Good night, Dave. Good night, Nikisha. Good night, Tracy. Good night, Jess. Good night, Ann Pop. Good night, Spiderquake. And good night, everyone else. I love it. Also, I want to make sure, I want to sit there and make sure Jesse Jess, well, Jesse Jess is always on that list. So, yes. Have a good night, everyone. Stay safe. I look forward to seeing y'all each tomorrow. And yeah, I'm going to be sitting there cooking tomorrow. So, grab some popcorns, drinks, whatever you need to get. Sit back and relax. We're going to get into it. Laters.